I'm here to talk about this week's jackpot with Mshamba. Kwani Mshamba uko wapi?
Niko hapa. Kwani unioni?
Kwani what's the occasion?
Wewe ujui? Si leo tuna introduce millionaires kwa Millionaires Club. Umejua hao ni millionaires tangu ndoto waanze.
Kwani wewe umeingia kwa hii list?
Angalia, kuna John kutoka Dakoreti, kuna huyu Rose kutoka Ruiru, kuna
Agnes
kutoka Baringo. Unangoja nini? Unaweza kuwa among this list. Ukifanya nini? Cheza Lotto. Join Millionaires Club.
Win every day with Lotto. Play now and you could be the lucky player who takes home over 1 million shillings tonight. Cheza tuzidi pamoja. Send 50 shillings to paybill 77700. Account
Ebru.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
My name is Damorn, Shunet. I'm born again, I love Jesus. I am a youth pastor by calling, if I may say that. I run a ministry called Rain City, Nairobi, which is an interdenominational youth ministry where, we just come together and do fellowship. Then by kusoma, I am a lawyer. That is what I studied in school. By passion, I'm an artist. And by design, I'm an author. So I've written a book called What God Says About Your Identity. But most importantly, I'm the husband of this beautiful woman right here.
So my name is Grace Wanjiko. I'm an interior designer by profession. So that's what I studied in campus. But currently I'm into sales and pretty much, yeah. Oh, and I'm a wife to my husband. The first day we met was in March of 2017. Is it 20? Yes, March of 2017. He invited me to his ministry in City to go and minister.
And so the day arrived. Then she came. I'll never forget what she was wearing. She was wearing blue jeans, boots are black, and a burgundy top. Hata burgundy ni alinifundisha. Mimi nilikuwa naita kila kitu itafanana hivyo maroon. So akanifundisha hiyo inaitwa burgundy. So akakuja na katop kingine ka burgundy. Msichana akitembea, I wish ningewa demonstrate venye alikuwa. But the whole time she was preaching, I wasn't concentrating on anything she was saying. Mimi ndio pastor.
What?
Mimi ndio pastor. Lakini I was praying at that moment, and I remember what I told God exactly. I told God, give me this mountain. She was beautiful. She did so well. I was excited about it.
And from then on, we just started talking. Actually, it just flowed. There was
Exactly. Yeah, it was flowing.
yeah. Our first date. I don't know if I'd consider it a date, but yes, it was our first date. So I was, like I'd said earlier, I'd gone through a very rough patch in relationships. And so I had a very low moment that day. And we were talking, like I said. We kept on texting, like we just developed a friendship. So we were just chatting and everything. And so that particular day, he texts me and tells me, I'm going somewhere tomorrow, and I think it would cheer you up. Are you up to going? I was like, sure thing, no problem. Then I asked him, how are we going? And he's like, we'll go by Matatu. I'm like, hold up. I was like, where are you gonna be? I could come pick you up. And so he was at school. So I picked him up at his campus and we started driving. So I'm asking him, where are we going? He tells me we are going for a mission. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Sounds nice. So we drove to high school. What high school was it? Buruburu Girls. Yeah. So we drove to Buruburu Girls and we were just talking the whole way. So we get there and it's time for him to preach. And he decides to sing.
I've never taken my time to write a love letter. But leo hati yangu imeniforce ujue na kupenda. My past experiences mademu wengi walinitenda, but I thank God for that road juu kwako imenileta. See, you taught me that purity is something that I can embrace.
And I'm like, okay, so are you trying to serenade me on our first date? What is this? And the girls were going wild because they're here thinking, I think we're a couple. Me, I'm like, okay, me bado sija rukilia your story, but sawa, no problem. Yeah, so he sang for me, he preached, it was amazing. He gave me a chance to pray, which was really nice. Like, I love being in that space where I mentor young people because I feel like the girls need to be mentored when they're young.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice space for me to be in. Actually, it did cheer me up in as much as I was like, okay. But yeah, it was really nice because I think for me, I didn't really look at it as a date. I just looked at it as, okay, we're going somewhere. So on our second date, he took me to his dad's place. His dad used to stay in Kari. So it's like very foresty, like there are a lot of trees. It's like one with nature. And I loved it so much. So I met his dad and his dad was so happy. He introduced us to all of his colleagues.
He was very, very proud.
Like,
let me say that. He was proud of his son.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, this fine mama. Hey, my guy. Come, let me introduce you to my friends. So we told my dad that we were going for a walk and then we'll come back and have lunch at his place. So we went for a walk, we went to the forest, we sat down, we listened to music. So after that, my dad called, he was like, yo, you guys, where are you? So you come, I've made lunch. So we went to the house. So when we went to the house, my dad had told us that he will make ugali, but he didn't make ugali. He made rice, enterere, managu, zote zilikuwa zimechanganishwa hapo. So in my head I'm thinking, msichana na kwenye ametoka atakula chakula kweli. She sat down and she ate. The plate was a mabati plate and she sat down, she ate and finished the whole food. And at that moment I knew, there's something special about this girl. Yeah, so we went, we left, then I decided I want to take her on a boat ride because I don't know why I decided a boat ride, but we just went to Naivasha, then we went to this place. I can't remember the name. We got there, then nikamwambia weka hapa kwa gari acha niongee na wale watu wa boat ndio tujue. Juu ningepitia I'm exposing my secrets. Juu ningepitia kwa hoteli tungelipa matao kadhaa. Na mimi nilikuwa na dhao mbili mbele nyuma. So nikaambia huyu kaa kwa gari acha niongee na wale watu nioneka bado wanafanya hii stuff. So nikaenda nikaambia hawa jamaa cheki mimi niko na punch. Nataka mnipeleke hii round. Kipi mpaka pale katikati na turudi sawa, hatuendi mingi, tunaenda mbili. Mtu akiinsist tumwambie si safe. Sawa, mwambie si safe. So the guys were like cool, and that's why baadhi ya wanaume kushikiliana. So they told me okay fine, let's go. So they took the 500. So we went. So we were on the boat, and in the middle of the boat I just turned around, I looked at her and I asked her,
be your girlfriend.
Will you be my girlfriend? Then she started smiling and laughing. and I told her, Cheki, if you say no, I'm going to jump into this water.
So you technically threatened me into being your girlfriend.
Ilikuwa na hippopotamus. So nikamwambia, if you threaten me, I'm just going to jump because I can't live this life without you. I am like the guy in the Titanic. You threatened me. I'll die for you so that you can lies, yeah. But you threatened me. But she said yes. And it was so exciting. Like it was so beautiful. Yeah. Well, we keep our official dating date as July 12th because that's when he asked me to be his girlfriend. Although we broke up in between, we don't calculate the time we broke up. Does that make sense? And between then and our wedding is exactly 2 years. So he proposed marriage like 6 months before our wedding. So we dated for 1.5 years before he proposed for marriage. Our best moments was every time we're in the car together. Like we love driving and being one with nature. It's one of those things that we really, really enjoy. And then we, like he said, we're always talking. Always talking. Like for us, it's not a matter of, I'm busy. It doesn't work like that. I'm those girls for 2 hours later, yeah, I'm those people. Call me in the exam room. How is it? No. No, I'm joking. So the period where we broke up, technically what had happened was I was in a space where I was trying to not restore but figure out my relationship with God over again. And so I think so I was in a class actually, and I had God say get out, and it didn't make sense for a couple of seconds because I was like, I just said yes. I don't have an explanation as to why I'm telling this guy I need to leave.
But God was very intentional that this is my time. Like, it's my time with him. He was very intentional that it was my time with him, because I had just made the decision to redo this whole relationship with God. And so I told him, we have to break up. And he's asking me why. And I'm like, I don't have an answer why. But you can ask God, because he said it needs to be over. Mungu amesema. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then I remember I told him we need to talk. And he insisted he doesn't.
First of all, you never tell a man we need to talk.
So when I told him that, I told him we meet somewhere close to where he used to stay. And he said no. And no, a friend of mine told me, Grace, I don't think it's appropriate you do it in public. If you can, like, go to his house. So I was like, cool, no problem. So I told him, I'm coming over, blah, blah, blah. And so he'd made food and everything. And so now I'm here.
You're underestimating the making food part.
No, okay, yeah, you made like really amazing food.
I prepared
a meal.
For my girlfriend. Trying to impress her. I remember what I bought maini.
Yes, you made maini.
Na kachumbari. Kwa nyumba ya bachelor. Kahawa ndani.
So he had he had prepared a meal. And so I'm telling my friend, Guy, how do I break up after I've eaten? How do I tell him, like, I can't do this? You know, no, of course, girls were like this. So we're having the conversation, but I'm texting my girlfriend. I'm like, he just made food. How do I break up with him? So I tell him, so I just blunt out said it. This needs to be over because God said He's like, what do you mean God said? And I'm like, I don't have any other explanation. It just needs to be over. And let me tell you one thing that caught me. It was almost my birthday, because it was actually not too long after he'd asked me to be his girlfriend. It'd been like 2 weeks. Like, we'd just been girlfriend, boyfriend for like 2 weeks. My birthday was coming up and he bought me a watch. I didn't know about it.
I bought a watch from Sweden. My cousin was living in Sweden and was coming to Kenya. So I told him to get a watch for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it was sitting there waiting for her birthday.
So after we talked about the breakup and we were like, okay, it's over, blah, blah, blah. He got the watch, he came, he valishad me. I'm like, guy, imagine I can't take it. Like, I'm so, you know, so you're like, no, this is just wrong. And he said, no, I can't keep it either, so just have it. And so,
after I end.
Yeah, I left.
After end,
I don't know what happened.
Your son is closer to something.
But that was basically the breakup, which didn't last too long.
Yeah.
Because like it lasted like 3 weeks. And then okay, you heard from God why we needed to break up.
Yes, I did.
And so everyone had to fix their own relationship with God, and then we got back together. Yeah. So yeah.
So her sister was coming back into the country, and we were in communication because I was telling her I need help to propose to your sister because like I don't know people in your family and stuff like that. So she told me like when I come we will plan and we will work it out. The first place that I thought of taking you to was Naivasha.
You wanted to propose in Naivasha?
I wanted to propose in Naivasha, but then we figured Naivasha cannot work. And my faith told me, go to Mayfair. So we went to Mayfair with the sister. We were like, yo, we want to do a proposal here. So we talked to them, we booked the space, we do the whole setup, a deco. It was beautiful. Him
and my sister have been taking me around in circles the whole day. So I'm already frustrated. I'm at the point of, if you people tell me another story one more time, mutanipata nyumbani. So I'm telling my sister, why can't I go home? It's going to 8:30. I'm the only one in the office. Yani stima za office zimezimwa. Hapa tu nimeketi stima ziko on. I'm still waiting for this. I'm like, you guys have my car. You guys have my clothes. Because apparently so what they told me was, we're meeting some guests. My mom is the one who called me and told me, we have some guests we're meeting at Mayfair. Maureen will bring you an outfit to change because the way I go to work and the way we're going for the meeting was not matching. So she's like, she'll bring an outfit. And yeah, we meet. So I'm wondering, aren't we late for this meeting? Like, you people, something is not adding up. So I was upset. Anyway, so she came, so I changed. I did my makeup so haphazardly. Like, it was once for pum, finished. And then we get to Mayfair. My mom is not picking up. I'm like, okay, why isn't mom picking up? Then, so Maureen tried and called her, and then she picked up Maureen's call. So I'm like, so is it, though she's asking her, is it at Spas or is it at like the main hotel? So I don't know what they talked about. And so my sister tells me, let's go. So we're walking in, and then all of a sudden we stop somewhere, and I'm like, where have we stopped? Then she takes my handbag. I'd seen lights, but I hadn't thought about, like, honestly, my mind was not there. I was just thinking, I need to sit down and eat. I'm upset. I just need to calm down. Yeah. So she stops taking my handbag. Then I hear music. I'm like, hey. Then we walk in. I'm seeing petals. Hey, the tears started from there. Yeah. Tears, like, you know, of course, you can suspect what is happening. Yeah. You can see a man standing there. You can see photo man. I don't even know who the photographer was. There was a photographer. Yeah. There was, I think, the guy who was decorating, because I told him I wanted a very intimate thing. I didn't want a public proposal. So it was just my sister, his best friend, and the guy who decorated, and the photographer. That was it. Yeah, and he...
So she walked down, she was crying, guy, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but then it was once I stood there, and I was like, what am I supposed to do?
That's what you're supposed to say. Yeah. But before that, like, nilikuwa nashinda nikimuuliza, babe, if I propose to you now, would you say yes?
Oh yeah, oh my God, he kept bothering me. For like a month, 2 months, he kept asking me, baby, if I propose today, would you say yes? I'm like, yeah. Would you say yes? At some point, I was about to tell him, apana sasa sitasema yes, because it was every day. I'm like, what is it? Then there's a day he asked me, and if I bought you a round ring, would you wear it? I told him I don't like round rings. Well, like, he kept bothering me. I'm like, what is it? If you're proposing, propose already.
Yeah. So, So I'd even told her, like, listen, if I propose to you, and we are around people and you don't want to say yes.
Just say yes. Then you tell me no later.
Then you'll tell me no later. When we are the two of us, you'll tell me, baby, oh
my God.
That's what I told her. But yeah, so the proposal was really amazing. We went for dinner and it was fun.
Oh yes, he took me to dinner. Oh my God. But we were so late. I remember we had to eat so quickly because the restaurant was closing.
Yeah, we went to the restaurant and then they were closing, but I'm a charmer, like I know how to talk.
I have just proposed. We need to eat.
To this guy, she needs to eat in this hotel, this particular one. This one is the one she has to eat in. Then we ate, then the bill came. Ushaileta bill unaweka kwa mwangazo uone kama ita change. Bill. But tukalipa tu nikalipa. Nikalipa na nikasota, but God is good, at least nilisota na niko na fiancé. You know, people don't.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. So yeah.
One or the other.
Was the beginning of this amazing journey.
I'd tell people to take their time, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like nowadays people are dating for the sake of dating. You just pick someone because unaona mapo yake ni mzuri, wewe twende, you carry them. 2 months mumeachana. So I believe that if you're dating, date intentionally towards marriage. And something else I'd like to tell people is date publicly. Don't date chini ya maji. It's not advisable, and I'm not saying post all your pictures on social media. That's not what I mean by dating publicly. I mean make sure that your friends know you're dating, because what I was trying to explain is like how you hear someone has killed someone, I don't know. That will only happen if people don't know who. And I'm not saying it will not happen if you do it publicly, but yes, you need accountability. One, especially if you're dating in a Christian relationship, which I feel like everybody should be, you need an accountability partner or couple. And that's if you're dating towards marriage, which is what we've said we are doing. We're dating towards marriage. Yeah.
So you shouldn't be scared of marriage. And just choose the person that you want to be with and make a decision and move forward with it. Because everyone has their own flaws. You will never find someone that is perfect. You will never find that fairy tale that you're looking for. God will give you a raw material. It is up to you to make that person become everything that you want them to be. So it is a journey. And then when you have the promise of marriage, when you know you're getting married, the temptation is usually less. Because you don't feel so tempted to indulge in things that you shouldn't be indulging in, because you know that it's going to be mine someday, so I'd rather just do it the right way. But you see, the problem is when you're dating and you're not certain about the future, someone will be like, I need to scoop that before, like, you know, so that if it doesn't work, then we're okay. And then the more you get into relationships and get out, you're actually rehearsing for divorce. Because your heart will be used to, you know, getting in and getting out, and you will not have regard for the person that you're with, so you will be very quick to leave that one. So that is what I will tell you, and keep God first, Maze. Like, I can't emphasize that. Let God be the beacon that you're following, not other people, not what people say. God should be your standard. That is the standard that you should be following, not other people. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think for me, my whole wedding was a highlight, to be honest. And it's because I was very intentional about enjoying my wedding. I'm the kind of person who's very picky, who's very intricate with details. And so I was so stressed that during my wedding, I'll be noticing they didn't place the kitamba right, or that flower is in the wrong position. But I promise you, as soon as I walked into my wedding, I can't even tell you how the decor was at my wedding, because I was so focused on enjoying the day and just saying yes to this man, knowing that this is forever, being able to just have fun. I really danced. I know some people were calling me later and asking me, Grace, how was your body after that? Because I danced like there's no tomorrow. I really, really enjoyed my wedding. For me, everything was a highlight.
Yeah, for me, everything was a highlight.
Yeah.
First of all, like just kissing in front of our parents. Hey.
That was traumatizing. But anyway.
And then the people there were so crazy because they were like, I'm Jafanya poa rudieni. We kissed like 3 times.
Yeah.
And the whole time, our parents are just there looking at us, and I'm like, hey man.
I refused to look because I was like, if I look at them, this is not happening. So let's focus.
That, and then we had a surprise for her, like that she didn't know about. I had written a song and produced a song for her.
Okay.
Like,
it wasn't a highlight because I knew it was happening.
She knew I'd done a song.
Yeah.
And she knew I'd done a song. But she hadn't heard the song. She didn't know what it was like.
Yes.
And so we were shooting the video on the same day.
Yeah.
So so I got to sing for her, and people really loved the song.
Nimekuchagua wewe, nitembee na wewe, watoto nizae na wewe, nikifa nizikwe na wewe.
It was amazing. I cried.
In the middle of the song.
I cried like a baby. I think I cried my whole wedding. I literally cried my entire wedding. And props to my makeup artist, because my makeup was intact until the evening party.
Imagine.
Despite all the tears. Yeah.
Marriage is so amazing. I was so excited about marriage myself because I always wanted to wake up next to her. Like, I wake up in the morning and the first person I see is her, and she tells me good morning. Like that for me was like just what I really wanted to see in marriage. And then the fact that I am married to a person who is my friend, because like us guys are like friends.
Yeah.
For real. Like sometimes that mumuliza babe unakuanga na feelings. So unasikia butterflies? Do you have feelings for me?
Yes, I do.
I have feelings for you too. Just before people say I don't have feelings for me, I have feelings for you too. But like the friendship is so amazing. Like it's an adventure, learning each other better.
Yeah.
You know, until now we are building our home. It's so beautiful and so amazing. And I think for me my highlight in marriage is just being next to her and coming home to her every day. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. But I think how marriage has been, just being able to always be with you, because I remember those days where we don't see each other for 3 days. That was very stressful. And now I get to see you every day. I know watu wanasemanga unaboekaga. Mimi hatujafika pa place ya kuboeka bado. We always
unajua Kenya tunawajua. Achana tu watu wachani. Forever baby.
Amen. The fact that we spend a lot of time together, and like he said, friendship is so important. If you're in a relationship because of the butterflies and the mushy stuff, that's not going to sustain your marriage. What sustains your marriage is friendship, because as long as you're friends, and someone gave me an illustration that made so much sense to me. I have friends who I've been friends with since primary school, high school, na tumekosana mara ngapi juu ya vitu za ujinga, juu ya vitu serious, but hata when you kosana, you still somehow get back to the friendship because you're friends. And if you look at marriage that way, it makes it so much easier for you to forgive your partner, for you to just be gracious with your partner, be patient with your partner. Oh my God, I feel like blushing and my heart is just, but thank you so much for choosing me. Because you'd have chosen anybody else. It could have been anybody else who is seated on this bench with you, who's doing life with you, but you chose to do it with me. Thank you for being patient with me, for understanding that I'm not every other woman, that I'm not your mom, because I feel like a lot of men expect their wives to be their moms, you know, who cooked the chapatis, or that you've allowed me to be me in this marriage, that you've allowed me to just continue being the Grace that you dated. We didn't get married and you are like, now change of rules, that you love me for who I am. I'm really, really grateful for that, and I love you so much.
I thank God that I married you. I even just thank God that He gave me an opportunity to know you. And like I usually say to myself, like, even if we never got married or we never ended up together, I would still want you to be in my life. Like, I want you to be in my life forever. You're my best friend. Like, I just look at you and you just make me happy, you make me smile. I would never ever trade you for any, like, you're so amazing. And I thank God that I got a wife who understands me, a wife who supports me, a wife who encourages me, because my life is so hard. Like, the things I do, it's so hard, and it takes a lot of effort to just believe in the things that I do, and you believe in that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Love you too, baby.